We are going to be talking about the July new moon, where the changes and happenings are going to be in your life. And if you have any questions right now, right here, tonight in the Star Room is your opportunity to ask those questions. The details of what this is going to mean to you, to me, to the public in general, because this is a new moon in the sign of Cancer. And the sign of Cancer on the large scale is humanity. Welcome to the Star Room. My name is G. Do you have any questions? Do you know where the new moon's going to be for you? Do you know what house it's in? Big new moon for me, Juno in Cancer. Oh, that is a big. I just started talking to a Cancer ascendant. Yeah, Juno, the love factor. I'll leave a little bit of time afterwards for people questions in their specific charts. So here we go. We've got this new moon in Cancer. Try to understand this new moon. First of all, we know it's a new beginning, which is great. Starting something. Remember, Cancer energy is our emotional foundation. It gives us our emotional security. So what I love anytime there's a Cancer new moon, because Cancer typically, we never really think of it in terms of manifesting, but in reality, the feelings, right? The emotions, that is our fuel for manifesting. So having a new moon in Cancer gives us a great opportunity to start something new. And with our focus and then seeing what house it's in, we can truly use the universe. So family, feelings, emotions, foundational emotions, creating a new foundation, beginning a new foundation, possibly creating a new family. 18 degrees, does it trine anything, right? That would be the water energy. We're looking for Scorpio energy, and we're looking for Pisces energy. What's interesting about this 18 degrees is that Neptune is in Pisces, but it's at 23 degrees. However, 4 days later, that sun will transit, as will the moon too. And that sun will then be setting up a super beautiful, sweet trine with the sun. So in other words, knowing where the Piscean energy is in your chart and understanding, okay, there's going to be a nice trine set up there. And then seeing, do you have anything in Scorpio energy? Because there could be a possibility for a nice grand water trine. It's not a large, long time span. It's just going to be a 1 or 2 day transit. But utilizing it in those houses and seeing where that sense of ease comes in can be really helpful. It can reinforce the new beginning that you are focused on for your new moon intention. So a new moon intention, what is our intention? Knowing the sign, right? Cancer energy, the foundations, the family, the feelings, the emotions. Cancer energy, the public, okay? Connecting with the public. A big part of that Cancer energy, though, is the ability to release the past. So just like our last, we had a full moon in Capricorn. It was interesting because the astrology behind it showed like we're having the moon at both ends, right? We're having the moon up here and the moon down there. And it was like a huge release, a release in a belief about a goal, a release in a belief about family. And so here we are now, this new moon time of, okay, I did my releasing, so I've made room for the new, so let's make room for the new. So now here we get into the astrology and 18 degrees. Does anything square this? So we're going to look for some cardinal signs to understand better, right? What are the cardinal signs? We've got Libra, and then we've got over here, Aries energy. Okay. So we have the transiting Chiron, which is basically at 13 degrees at this time. So it's a 5-degree orb of uncomfortableness with our body, right? Again, it's that deep wound. and it will only be a factor. So if you have something in Aries energy that's closer to the 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 degrees of the sign of Aries, then it will square this. And that would be a bit of uncomfortableness. You could expect emotions, right? And feelings, because it's the sign of Cancer. Cancer energy is pretty empathic too, but it's that water energy. And so there might be something that comes up, whether it's a conversation with somebody. It might feel very personal if you have something over there in the sign of Aries at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 degrees. So 16 to 20 in Aries or Libran energy. In general, making new moon wishes based upon what we want going forward. Who is part of my family? What sort of a new beginning do I want to create? Because it's the Cancer energy, right? And it's the sun and the moon, a power time for manifesting, because it's in an emotional sign. So the emotions, again, are like the gasoline. They're the fuel for creating the manifesting power. They will help having that energy there and having the understanding of being focused like that laser beam and saying, yes, I'm going to go ahead and this is what I want for my future. This is who I want to be, to have part of my family. This is who I no longer consider family. And there's more of an adjustment of values in who is in that picture, because Uranus, again, is a big factor. Uranus here is at 14 degrees. We have Juno, transiting Juno up in the sky. This is basically going to be like 9-10 degrees. Juno's really 956, so it's really 10 degrees, and it's conjunct the south node of releasing a belief about a relationship, because it's Sagittarius energy. So releasing some sort of a partnership. And if it wasn't your own partnership with somebody else, again, Juno is our ability to commit what we're willing to commit to, possibly a belief you're willing to commit to. So higher learning, being that teacher of higher learning. This is philosophy on life. This is spirituality, the kumbaya. It's Jupiter energy. So it goes big. It expands upon something. And so Juno in Sagittarian energy, releasing spiritual partners, people that you just hooked up with in terms of prayer warriors. It might be just saying, this I no longer need, and I'm moving on, and I'm doing something else. But it most definitely can be an individual or a relationship that you have committed to at one time in your life, and now you're releasing it because it was a belief. It's not like some knockdown, drag out fight or argument necessarily. It's more of just an understanding when the paths go like that. And this could be in more of like a recollection of understanding where there was already a division or a breakup, right? Because we're feeling and thinking about family, a whole lot of that, feeling, thoughts, communications, people from the past. Could be people from past lives, people we used to talk to. I've been hearing a lot from people talking about people who've come into their life all of a sudden, who they used to talk to a lot. And so this is that energy. This is Cancer energy. It's, oh yeah, remember these folks from the past, because this also represents your tribe, people you used to vibe with, right? People who in one way or another, they feel you resonate with them energetically to a degree where they feel like family in some way, shape, or form. Let's not forget this is mom energy too, right? This is absolutely mother energy. So maybe mother issues coming up, concerns about mom, conversations about mom. The light is there, the moon is there. So it's let's make a plan for mom. This is kind of like a focus on that time, and a good time to plan. Because everybody you talk with, this energy is supporting it, right? We have July 9th, 2021 at 8:17 p.m., 8:17 p.m. Central Daylight Time is the new moon for the month of July, okay? Especially right now, we've got Mars starting to angle Uranus and Saturn, so there could be some stressful situations for individuals. That's in the fixed signs at, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 degrees. So the fixed signs, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the fixed signs. All right. There's going to be difficulty there. And the difficulties would be feeling them now, and they could go into the first 3 or 4 days of July. It's Mars in Leo. got to have a good time. Got to have a good time. Going to just go do it. Very fiery, right? Very fun, which is great. Having intentions, saying, yes, this is what I want going forward. And it doesn't have to be about your mom. It could be about you being a mom. It could be about your home. What do you need in your home to have emotional security? What do you need in your home to make you feel good? How can you make your home more of your happy place? How can you make it more nurturing for you? The smaller that list, the more focused and the more power, the more energy you're pouring into what it is you want to bring into your life, what it is you want to initiate. This is most definitely a true time for initiating and bringing about that which you need for nurturing, for establishing a peaceful home, for establishing comfort, for establishing healing. Right. 2 days before, Mercury just got out of its shadow zone. Once Mercury has cleared its shadow zone, which it has done here at this new moon, this is a time when our thinking can be a little bit clearer. Even though the Mercury is behind the sun, it's in its sign of Gemini. So Mercury is still quite powerful. We still have the ability to be clear thinking, but this is short-lived. Once it leaves the sign of Gemini, it will then go into the sign of Cancer, which is water, the murky waters. Its emotions and feelings kind of infiltrating into the fast-moving mercurial sign. Remember, the sign of Mercury has wings. It flies. It's an air sign. It doesn't do real well in the sign of Cancer because it's water. Now, that doesn't mean anything bad. It just means right here, we have the ability to be less emotional. The moon's nodes are at 10, 20. So yes, the moon's nodes are moving backward, but they are still receiving an air trine from Saturn. Saturn's technically at 12 degrees here. So after this new moon, the node's going to keep on going backwards, and it will no longer be trining. It will no longer be getting this information from Saturn. So right now, my long-term goals, my long-term stability. So at this new moon, we are still getting support from Saturn, telling us what we need for our future, of how we can establish financial security, how we can establish tangible security for our future, for our long-term future. So I kept hearing, go to the fire, go to the fire. Here it is, bam, Venus at 1534 and Mars in the sign of fire. It's Leo energy, which is fun, which is children, joy, creativity. Remember, folks, Leo is your happy place. This is the 5th house in astrology. Yes, your happy place, Mama K, if you're listening. Leo energy, we've got Venus and Mars together on the new moon. This is interesting because it then speaks to masculine and feminine energy getting together. And look, Chiron. There's going to be something about this relationship. See the trine? It's, I know how to move forward. I'm releasing that. Look, there's this new thing. There's this new way of being. I'm courageous. I'm adventurous.